Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is my hope that you are fine. I am also okay. Welcome to another episode of Raw Politics. Of my two recent videos, one is about the best political move for BABU OWINO following the demise of Raila Odinga. The other video is about why I am persuaded Oburu Odinga is fit to lead ODM even better. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason as to why I'm referring to these two videos is because today, BABU OWINO and Oburu Odinga met. Remember, Oburu Odinga had said in an interview that he was looking for BABU OWINO to meet him and listen to his concerns. It is in the same interview that he said he had sat down with Edwin Sifuna, listened to his concerns, and they talked, and now there were no more problems. So he wanted to listen to what it is that BABU OWINO had to say, what are his grievances and what is the problem. He wanted BABU OWINO back into ODM. But remember also my advice in the video on the next course Babu should take. I said that the best thing Babu can do is to go back to ODM and be embraced by the party leadership. That way, he was going to have a chance to do two things. Either defend his seat in Embakasi East with the blessings of the party, or get a chance, a fighting chance that is, to contest for the Nairobi gubernatorial seat. These are things that were very easy to achieve if you have the love and support of ODM party. But depending on DCP supporters or regard these good graces to win the Nairobi gubernatorial race, for me was being naive, for lack of a better term, because Rigathi himself had explained, ladies and gentlemen, and insisted that there is no way they are repeating the mistake of voting for somebody other than a member of the Gema community as the Nairobi governor. So Babu was going to take a very huge risk. And for what? So now that he met Oburu Odinga, what is the impact? What is the political impact of that meeting? Ladies and gentlemen, in this short video, I'll try and share with you what I think is the political impact of BABU OWINO meeting Oburu Odinga. Number one is it complicates things a little bit for one Johnson Sakaja. Remember, during Raila Odinga's reign, it was a done deal that Sakaja was going to be endorsed for re-election. Raila Odinga even went as far as sweet-talking the MCAs who wanted to impeach Sakaja and made sure that Sakaja was saved from impeachment. That might not be sustained with the new leadership. To quote Oburu, he said he didn't see any reason why BABU OWINO should not be given the ticket if it was a competitive process. So when I said complicate things, I also used the word may, because what if ODM already has an arrangement with Sakaja and what they are doing is maybe talk Babu out of the race and tell him to go and contest. But if that is not the case, and that is why I was using may, if that is not the case, then if Babu was to contest for the Nairobi gubernatorial race on ODM and Sakaja also perhaps move to ODM and they are going to compete in a nomination, chances of BABU OWINO winning against Sakaja are there. He has a serious fighting chance, especially in ODM. So that complicates things, like I said, for Sakaja, because Sakaja is likely to depend on the ODM votes for his re-election. And if such votes go to BABU OWINO, then it complicates things for him. He has to now look for a new base. That is the first political impact. The second thing that comes to mind as a political impact is that if the discussion between Oburu Odinga and BABU OWINO is one that led to BABU OWINO acknowledging the broad-based government, which, remember, he's never supported since its inception. If BABU OWINO was now to go out there and endorse the broad-based government, maybe following their discussion with Oburu Odinga, then it complicates things for BABU OWINO. And why? There is an audience that is supporting BABU OWINO today and celebrating him today, not because they like him. And without mincing word, this audience is from Mount Kenya. The ones that are cheering Babu Owino and are celebrating him as a hero are doing so because of his opposition to William Ruto and William Ruto's government. If Babu Owino was out of this conversation, now change his mind and start saying that I support the broad-based government till 2027, then he will have serious challenge with the same audience that has been praising him. So that might be a political impact, if that is what they agreed on. The third political impact of this meeting, in my opinion, is if after this meeting Babu Owino continues on the same path, criticizing broad-based government, criticizing ODM association with Ruto, then people would see that it is not the party that was trying to isolate Babu, but that Babu Owino already made a decision not to work with ODM party anymore. That Babu Owino views are not in line with the views of ODM as a party. So 3 things, ladies and gentlemen, that come to mind in as far as what is the political impact of Babu Owino meeting Oburu Odinga. 1, it gives Babu Owino a serious fighting chance at the Nairobi gubernatorial race of 2027, because I believe ODM support is more important than Babu risking and depending on the support of DCP. DCP is not guaranteed, but if ODM was to endorse him, Babu Owino will have a serious fighting chance in that race. The second political impact is if Babu Owino was now to endorse, following this discussion, was now to endorse the broad-based government and say, now I understand why it was important for our party to work with Ruto, then he is going to have serious problem with the Kikuyu masses who are supporting him now. Because currently he's being celebrated as a hero. Why? Because he's standing against the person the Kikuyus want to punish. And so if he was to change his mind, the same people calling him a hero will start calling him names tomorrow. So it's a very delicate balancing for Babu Owino. And the third one, like I told you, has everything to do with if Babu Owino was to continue his rebellion against ODM position, then people would see that it is not ODM party that is chasing Babu in a way, but that Babu Owino himself is having contrary views to ODM. That way, he will lose serious support from even ODM sympathizers. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you found value in this video. Like I said, it was a short video. I was just informing you that Babu Owino met with Oburu Odinga, as we had alluded to in other videos, but also tell you what I think is the political impact of such meetings. If you found value in this video, ladies and gentlemen, let me know in the comment section. If you want to know what is the best political move for one Babu Owino, in my opinion, watch this video.